Tell us about your support group and what it's doing on behalf of the P2B movement.
Well, the Nigerian Diaspora Youth Coalition is a congregation of professionals, Nigerians who are in the diaspora, who do all they can to promote good governance in Nigeria. And so the board had a meeting, as the 2023 elections are approaching, and said, yeah, if we support good governance, we have to align our thoughts with a candidate who would promote our ideals. And we agreed, in line with the spirit of what Nigerians think, that Mr. Peter Obi is the individual who we think can deliver Nigeria now. And we couldn't make a better decision because the APC has failed as a government. In fact, we don't believe that the APC should be campaigning to regain power. We don't want to reinforce failure in Nigeria. The APC should go on a begging spree across the country, apologizing to Nigerians for the mess they've put us in. From every sector, we can go on and on. For 7 months, we've had our children at home. We've had their education stunted. So what are you going to tell the children who have been at home? What are you going to tell their parents? But gladly, we saw the president's wife celebrating her daughter who just graduated, while Nigerians have been at home for the past 7 months. And listen to me, young Nigerians who have been out of school. If you have a parent who supports the APC, you have a right to require a DNA test to ascertain if that is really your father or your mother. Because no child,
I like that.
No child will want to have a parent who celebrates your stunted education. We've had, for the first time in our country, 87% of Nigerians cannot feed themselves. We have inflation at 21%. We've had the highest level of poverty in the history of Nigeria. Before President Buhari became president, Nigeria was the fastest growing economy in Africa. Today, we're not on the ladder of the top 10.
Well, let me just bring you back to the main reason why we're having this interview with you. I mean, in a sense, you are, if it's fair to call you, an independent politician, a non-partisan politician who would normally not be affiliated with any political party, but in fact, you're affiliated with the PDP.
But this is who I am. I am educated. I'm informed.
You clearly are.
Yes, I am self-sustaining, I'm independent, and I'm financially stable. And that is why I have a mind of my own, because when you feed a man, you can determine the extent to which he expresses his views. But when you do not feed me, you cannot stop me from speaking my mind.
So shall we call you a pyramid politician then? Because at the top of the pyramid, you don't believe you should have any party loyalty and will support the presidential candidate of your choice. But lower down the pyramid, you're happy to support PDP candidates on the state or local government levels, etc. In other words, you belong to the PDP and you support the PDP at the lower level, but you believe you should not represent it and thus be subject to its policies at the national level.
Okay, let me put it this way.
Yeah.
I do not support candidates of the PDP at the lower level simply because they are members of the PDP.
That's why I said you're an independent politician.
Some of them I know them personally.
Right.
And there are times in the past where I've supported candidates of other political parties based on character, principle, and competence. That's who I am. And that is where young Nigerians are tilting towards now. I have friends who are in the PDP, some in the SDP, a lot in the APC, who are not supporting the flag bearers of their parties, because we've come to a point where, are we going to move forward, are we going to move backwards? The APC and the PDP today, in fairness to them, they have become like Humpty Dumpty, who had a great fall, and all the king's horses and the king's men couldn't put them together again. There is no hope for Nigerians in the APC. And in fairness to the PDP today, Nigerians are looking beyond the political structure. We're looking at individuals that can deliver. We're looking at their past records. How did they govern when they had the opportunity? What are they saying to us now? Where Peter Obi is telling us that, seeing the current makeup of Nigeria, we're a consuming nation. And being a consuming nation, we cannot make progress. So he wants to change the dynamics from consumption to production. But and then we're having somebody else tell us that, oh, it is my turn to become president. Your turn to do what? We're not hearing them tell us what they want to do, but hearing them, merely give us the body language of wanting to sustain the pilfering and pillage of state resources.
But beyond,
Nigerians are not going to allow that this time.
Beyond your conviction, which is evident, about your belief in Peter Obi, do you think Peter Obi can win an election in this country, given the way the politics of this country is structured? Very briefly, we've got less than a minute.
Peter Obi has the people, and the people determine who wins the elections. We have had rallies all over the country of young people funding themselves in support of Peter Obi. Those are the voters. Those are the people who are going to stay in line on election day to cast their votes. We have no doubts at all that Peter Obi stands a very good chance of winning elections, and that's why you can see the maximum support across the country for Mr. Peter Obi. We have no doubt at all. And we're saying that apart from believing that he can win, we believe that he's going to take us to the direction we're headed. Some people talk about seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Right now in Nigeria, there's no tunnel, let alone talking about light at the end of the tunnel. But now we have a man who has the direction, who has the honesty and the competence to lead us. He has a clear-cut direction where he wants us to go. And that is why young Nigerians, middle-aged Nigerians, and older Nigerians are in support of Peter Obi. And I can tell you for a fact,
very brief,
that there are many APC and PDP stalwarts who are very obedient, just like me.
Okay. Well, I can see many people in the PDP groaning after watching this interview.
Our thoughts and prayers are with them.
I want to thank you very much indeed. I have to commend the strength of your conviction. Obede Ifaliyu Isibo is Director of Mobilization for the Nigerian Diaspora Youth Coalition. He's also a member of the PDP. Thank you very much indeed.